guys. Wednesday. August 27th. Wednesday. 12 something p.m. We're having an okay day. We're actually taking some action now, so that's cool. So we did. So we had a perfect routine. The only thing I didn't do is I didn't do my affirmations again because I just want to fucking get on with it, get to work, and I'll be just fine. Trust me. But I've been a little bit congested, but it's fine. But yeah, pretty good day. So our routine was fine. I texted Owen a fuck ton this morning, but I'll explain why. Yeah, things are awesome, man. So we finished our routine. We had a no-show. It's fine. But yeah, so what I did today is I went through the notes I had for implementation, and I went through them. I actually took action. So I figured out my constraint. At the moment, I'm going to get it solved really quickly because it's very easy to get out the way. It's just knowing your numbers. So I'm doing a bunch of tracking stuff, doing a bunch of automated tracking stuff, and that's how that'll work. And yeah, that's basically it. So I went through it. I figured out that my constraint was metrics. And so then I just, pretty much the entire morning, I was just working on getting, like, tracking set up, which is taking a lot of work. But the good thing is that once it's set up, you don't have to do it again, you know, at least for a long time, which is cool. It's just taking a while. I had to troubleshoot a lot this morning. And yeah, so far what we actually did is we paid for another subscription. I'm gonna kill myself, bro. These subscriptions are killing me, bro. So I paid for just one more. And if I'm gonna start tracking calls and way more stuff, like very accurately at least, I'm gonna have to pay for another subscription, which is gonna be like $100 a month, which is crazy, bro. Which, I'm gonna be honest, I don't need that right now. Like, honestly, my expenses, I want to do that when I actually start making revenue. You know, if I start making north of $3,000 a month revenue, then I think that'll make sense. And with ads, I should scale. So let's just say when we start scaling with ads, that we could do that. But yeah, so, and this, I just paid it in full. I paid annually. So I just paid for 12 months of it. It was only $200 though. That's not too much money for a 12-month subscription. So yeah. But yeah, so I connected the client fulfillment sheet, and the only thing that's really annoying is that it's not uploading to the dashboard. And yeah, it only has the last 7 days. I believe it is. I think it's 7 days. And last 7 days. Is it 7 days? No, I think it's like 10-ish. I don't know why it's doing like 10, but it's like the last week or so. And then I connected that, going through the SOP. I made it to the end, and then I had an issue. The data's not uploading to the dashboard. So that's what we're going to be doing. So we're going to continue uploading data. The next thing we're going to do is I'm going to track my own ads, which should not take too much time. And just getting some things, you know, like troubleshooted. So a lot of troubleshooting. But after my metrics are tracked, I'm going to be able to go through that entire constraint sheet again and then really find out the bottleneck, whether it's just I got to keep doing what I'm doing, or, but there's going to be caveats, you know? So, I mean, more doesn't necessarily mean you're not doing anything to improve the business. of course you're testing things, but yeah, so it's kind of linear, but it's not that linear. But if the constraint's volume, then that's fine. But Hormozi did not really define. That's the only thing he didn't really go over, to be honest with you, is he didn't define the point where you're good, so to say, you know? Because at one aspect, like, if you're $1 profitable, then you could theoretically just do what you're doing 10 million times and make $10 million separately. But I don't think that's very efficient. On the other hand, though, let's just say you're measuring CAC. Like, if you're getting a 1 to 5 CAC, that's very good, and you should just double down on that. But he didn't really give a measuring stick for that. So yeah, I bet there's gonna be some things in my business that I just gotta double down on, and there's some other things that I gotta fix. So kind of the thing. But I think honestly at that point, what Hormozi's trying to say